Beauty is all around us.
Welcome to the world of oil painting. Today I'm going to explore the essential skills of mixing oil paint. It's a fundamental technique that allows you to create a vast array of colors and tones very easily. All you'll need is a palette knife, a little palette, and some oil paints, and I'm going to share how to mix the paints. I use small palettes made of cardboard and canvas on them, and because they're light and easy to use. If it's a good quality panel or palette, I will also use it and mix additional colors to make a really unique oil painting. Give that a try. And I will probably be adding some more oil crayons to this to tie the things together. But this is going to take quite a while to dry. And so we're just going to set that aside for probably a week. I did a demo for Chalkola, a paint company, and used their palettes, and I kind of fell in love with them, so go check those out. I'll put a link below. I also use paper plates, and they really work great. I like to mix on paper plates or palettes because I can carry them up to the canvas. I'll add a little blob of color sometimes onto a glass tray. This one I happen to use a broken microwave that I salvaged the plate from inside. So hey, you can do many things. Just as an artist, I try to repurpose anything I can. But be careful, they will break. This is liquid, and here I'm simply adding a dollop of liquid. I like to use oil painting mediums like Winsor Newton's Liquid, and I also use Gamblin's product, Galkit. Both are really great. There are many types of oil painting mediums out there. I've tried them all. Oil painters like myself use mediums to change the behavior of oil paint by changing the consistency, the drying time, and the surface finish. There's many types of mediums that you can use, but I add mediums in this case to speed up the drying time. I use a solvent or a turpentine or mineral spirit to mix the paint and to thin it down and to make it go farther and to spread, and it also dries quickly, so it does help speed up the drying time as well. And then mixing a little bit of turpentine, or you can call it mineral spirits. Pay attention, now comes a big secret: magic mud. How do you create it? By letting it sit overnight, the sediment will go to the bottom, and then you can just quickly add the turpentine and not have to have all that gook down in the bottom. But save that gook, it's magic mud. Magic mud is a secret you're going to want to remember, trust me. Now don't get carried away and think mud like when you're plastering a wall, although many great old-time plasters call it magic mud. That's one type of mud, but I'm not talking about plaster as in doing a wall crack. I'm talking about magic mud. Magic mud is making a color that will help your colors harmonize. When I create a painting, I want the colors to be in harmony. Now, what does that really mean? Harmony. Think about it. It's aesthetically pleasing. The color combinations go together. They just agree. They're compatible. Like orange is the complement of blue. You want colors that blend and mix together and are in harmony. Color harmony is the theory of combining colors in a way that is harmonious to the eye. It's the magical glue that binds all the elements of your painting together. Without it, you can have the perfect subject to paint, a strong composition, strong values, but end up the painting just looks bad. The problem is pretty common, and because it lacks harmony. So What is harmony? It's blending colors in a pleasing way. Color harmony is like finding colors that are friends and look good together. When they're good together, they just get along. I had a friend that had some animals that all got along. She had dogs and chickens and everything that loved to be together, no matter. So think of colors that are friends. So, how do you pick colors that are in harmony? Well, think of the color wheel. Sometimes they're analogous or sit side by side to each other on the color wheel. So, with so many colors to choose from, how do you begin? Well, I start with my primaries like red, and then I use yellow, which is another primary, and of course blue. And then you mix blue and yellow together and you get green. Oh, you can mix so many colors, but let's go over just a few things to help you. The primary colors cannot be made by mixing colors. With so many colors to choose from, how do you know what to choose? Colors really can attract attention. And when you look at color, think about what attracts you. Remember, primary colors cannot be made by mixing. All other colors on the color wheel are made by mixing the primary colors. So red, yellow, and blue. Those are the primary colors. Get that in your brain and buy really good paint. But if you have cheap paint, it won't work. So remember that if you're a budding artist. So if you love color, look for really good quality brands. Inexpensive paints are not made of pure pigments, and so therefore they will not come out as true color. Perhaps you're wondering what colors of paint and what paint brands do I like? I'm a professional artist and I've been painting for about 40 years, and one of my favorite brands is Sennelier. But if you're a new artist and a beginning artist, start with a basic set of oil paints. There's some wonderful brands out there, Gamblin's, Winsor Newton. Oh, the list is forever, but I'll leave some links below. So get yourself a color wheel and learn to mix paint and buy a good set of paints, the primary colors, from a reputable dealer. Trust me, it'll make a big difference. There's several different kinds out there, so choose one that you really like. I'll leave a link below. So quickly, why don't we review a few things about color if you're a beginning artist or even an advanced artist. Sometimes just a reminder can help. But if you really want to be a great painter, learn to mix colors. Learn to mix primary colors together to get secondaries, and then mix on and on until you learn to mix your favorite colors. Don't forget, secondaries are wonderful colors. Start with the color wheel.